Ranch. Hey guys, hey. So you guys are joining us today. We didn't go back out to the lake today. We're going out tomorrow. Because we were told for the boys are going to be in California City while we're here in Bakersfield, so we're not all at the same spot. And see what's going on. So apparently you guys are here watching with us to see if Chazelle and Jacqueline walk out. Can you guys hear me? Okay. Hey, Abby. Hey, boo. Okay, awesome. So,
somebody's parking.
Just a little bit. Parking thing. That is not their van, but it is a. I'm trying to get verification back from somebody in California City right now. If this van was seen out there, apparently there was a van that was seen, and I can't remember what it looked like. So I've already been on. I've already been on that journey as far as getting the information I need. Mm-hmm. I'm not sure if I need to move. I don't want nobody to feel uncomfortable as we're in this spot. Is the flyer in the back seat of your car? Whew, okay. I'm going to drop the link. If y'all want to come in and chat, I'm cool with that too. We're going to be sitting here for a minute. Okay. So the guy that just passed by on the street bike, he's in one of these apartments here next door. Mm-hmm. He says, but the apartment we are looking for is off to your left. So if you're looking at the apartment, it's the one to the left. So, okay, I highlighted it, guys. So you guys are more than welcome to join in if you guys want. Okay, in question. Shoot it to me. Okay, they are not showing up. It's not the fact of them showing up, is we're waiting for them to come out. Oh, look, babe. He's pretty.
He's happy they're home.
Something's wrong. Thumbs up. They're not showing. What house are we looking at? We're not looking at a house. We're looking at an apartment. Let's see if you can see my finger where we're at. Oh. Okay. Finger here. Oh my God, I hope it's their new place. Hi.
Hey.
What's going on?
Nothing much. How are you guys doing?
We're doing okay. I mean, taking it day by day.
That's day by day. I watched your video yesterday where you guys was out there by the lake.
Oh, baby, where I fell in at? Yes.
Yeah, I seen y'all out there. I feel like, yeah, we're down to like the bare minimum, you know, we don't just everything, just anything. So I don't blame y'all. I don't blame y'all. At least somebody's trying, because to me it feels like it kind of died down a little bit from when it first started.
It didn't die down. There was a lot of negative energy that was going through YouTube. So we stopped posting. Just because we stopped posting doesn't mean we're not out looking. We have been out every day still looking. Just not posting too much up, because a lot of people were taking what we had and going off of that and making the energy ugly out there. So we figured if we stop posting as much, maybe a lot of that will calm down. And what do you know? It has.
It did. Yeah, because I seen Crenshaw did the same thing. So yeah, no, I wasn't saying it died down on your end. I'm just talking about with social media, just, you know, everybody and their mama talking about it, which was a good thing. But you know, when it first started, I was so mad at the police, girl. I was like, you know, fuck the police at first.
Yeah.
Because they weren't really saying anything. But the more it went on, and I'm kind of educated by it, watching Duty Ron, watching all these professionals come on, it feels like more and more that we've, in a way, because of our feelings and our emotions, we want to find these babies, but being unprofessional, and I'm not speaking about you guys, I'm just speaking about myself, feels like we kind of hindered the beginning of the case a little bit. Not that we would have tampered with evidence, because I'm all the way in Syracuse, New York, but I'm sure they're watching. I'm sure, you know, whoever is guilty, I'm sure them and their whole family can go to YouTube and find out any hits or anything that's being, you know, talked about, then they can change their movement. And I feel like that's the only thing, is that because as soon as a little bit of information is given, everybody's running to YouTube, y'all giving good information. So everybody's taking y'all stuff and then reporting it all over. And I feel like if anything, we're probably helping them get away even more, because everything that we think they're doing wrong is at the front.
You're right. You're right.
So I don't know. That's just, I hope that they'll be arrested soon.
Well, something big's getting ready to happen. One,
I pray.
two, they're too quiet. Bakersfield Police Department, even when it comes to children, they're not quiet like this. So what they're doing is they're gathering enough evidence to get that strong case. And when I say they're gonna hit, Bakersfield don't play. They come in from the sides of the house, the back of the house, the front of the house, and if you got any skylight thingies on top of your roof, they're coming in there too. I'm not playing. They do.
No,
and they
I
come
believe
in hard.
Yo, what's crazy is I feel like it's something more sinister than just them two. Yeah. Now, I don't know if they had help with if they harm the kids on that aspect, but if the kids aren't harmed, you know what I'm saying? And it's something to do with trafficking, because nothing can be left off the table, right? I feel like it's taken them so long because when they start digging, it's more than just them. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's so much shit now that they have to try and research and find out, because if it's a ring going on, you just bring these two down, then everybody else will be able to hurry up and cover their shit up.
Yep. So
just like when they had that bust over there at that hotel, girl, I was so mad. I was cursing them damn FBI out.
Yeah.
Investigating for 2 years.
2 years.
Investigate sex for 2 years.
Yep. And can you imagine how many children and women got caught up in that so deep and ended up dead behind it? 2 years go by. By them
that's my only thing that kind of weirds me out, because I'm like, what did you watch for? What could you investigate for 2 years? I mean, if they're wrong, they're wrong. Catch them right then and there. But to me, you're investigating for 2 years, and the people that they had on the screen that was getting locked up, I'm like, those are junkies and crackheads. That's not the real fish.
But they figured they're gonna bust them, so they're gonna lead them to the bigger fish. And
but 2 years, shit. 2 years, nigga. You should have had the whole ocean in 2 years.
People here in Bakersfield, especially them crackheads that be sitting there like dummies, holding kids and women and doing all the sex trafficking shit. They have the dummies sitting there so they could be caught up, but yet not realizing, even though they're feeding them the drugs, the alcohol, you know, whatever little change that they're giving them, because you know these bigger fish are making more money than what these little idiots are. You know what I mean? And they're gonna bust. They're gonna crack.
Listen, the big fish is probably living in Mexico and in other places, so when some shit go down, they can't be arrested.
Exactly.
Yeah. I feel like it's definitely something way more sinister, and I only say that because I was thinking about something the other day. I said, I don't know, because people keep replaying like the interview and shit with the parents. I'm like, yo, I don't know why something popped up in my head, because we all figured it out before. Like, ain't no way those kids did not make it there. But I said, holy shit, something came in my head. It was a real strong ass feeling. And I'm like, oh my God, the reason why they left to go to Aspen was to cover that shit up so that nobody could see them and follow them and pop up at the crib or anything and suspect anything.
Exactly.
I feel like that's why he rushed.
You guys need to remember, when he was telling the news, there are children, he's basically telling them he could do what he wants when he wants with those kids.
Listen, and he figured he'd go there and report them missing in that little ass town. Well, the town is big, but in that area where it's secluded, very little people, that shit ain't gonna make the news. Is probably what they're saying. All right, just another pair of kids missing. They probably did not even suspect. If you think he knew the whole goddamn world was gonna be in on it, the whole world trying to find kids that you trying to cover up, that was some crazy shit. The way this shit blew up, because kids are being missing every day. I don't know what it is, but everybody went crazy about this shit.
Yeah. Well, when it comes to Bakersfield kids, I mean, I'm saying kids anywhere in general. But Bakersfield, when Bakersfield gets together and there's something wrong with kids, they wild out. They get crazy.
They
make it known, you know, and they should. But for the whole world to be involved in this right now, that's the crazy part. They never thought, because these were two black kids, it was gonna get this big.
Listen, even the police didn't expect for that shit to happen like that. Even they didn't expect for that to happen like that. Because I think if they did, they would have handled it different as well. You know what I'm saying? Like, they trying to look good at all points, of course, and do their job, but they're just trying to look good. But if they knew that shit was gonna be in the media and all over the world, John would have been a little more consistent with the shit that he was saying, and I think it would have just been handled a lot different.
Right.
Even if they really wasn't doing nothing behind the scenes, they would have come on board, probably giving interviews every day. But they was not even ready for this shit in a small town. They wasn't ready for nothing like this.
Yeah.
There's one thing your kid is missing. It's a whole nother thing. The world is asking you for answers.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, it's crazy. But I think the reason why it got so big is because, like you said, if a kid go missing here where I live in Syracuse, I doubt there's people out there like how you guys are. Basically, I call you community service out there servicing your community. There's not people out here doing that. So yeah, I may report my kid missing, me and my family might be looking, and then the investigators. But I think that would be it. In Bakersville, it's you guys are the reason I think the world was involved.
Yeah.
Because y'all coming on being concerned, putting out information, putting it in our ear. So that's like, okay, I normally go to YouTube to be entertained, but shit, this was a whole different aspect of it. I started saying, I'm about to quit my job and do this shit because it felt so good to be able to, as we start investigating, pulling up all this weird shit about them and their family. Yeah. Like, oh my God, this shit is weird.
You know, it's not hard. You know, I always tell everybody, I've even told my admins, open up your guys' YouTube channel. Open your guys' YouTube channel, because the same things that you guys are getting to me, at least if something happens to my YouTube channel, we have something to fall back on your YouTube channel. You know what I mean? So it'll keep going until they find us again, whether we have to redo it or whatever, you know, YouTube all over again, you know, in order for people to hear, because a lot of people out there don't want people to know what's going on, because there's so much on Jacqueline and Trezelle's side that it's getting freaking ridiculous. Like, you know, if you're not here for the boys, kick rocks. You ain't gotta be here. Get the hell on. Go about your business. You got shit to do. You know what I mean? I got a babysitter at my house with mine. I call in every 30 to 45 minutes to make sure they good.
Right.
I'm sitting out here for about 2 hours today, and then I will be out here later on tonight doing what I do. You know what I mean?
Well, if I lived in an area where that shit was going down too, honey, I'll be out there on my lunch break every chance. I'd be doing the same damn thing.
Look, we got what's her name? Hand in Hands. We got different members that have done the searches with us. When we leave, somebody will come and stake out this place for another 2 hours until we come right back. And if it's something we got to take turns on doing, guess what? We're gonna do just that. Like I said, and I stress this every time, even though we're not live, don't think we're not looking for the kids, because that's what we are doing.
Well, I'm gonna tell you, listen, I know that behind the scenes everybody's doing their job. We get that, but I feel that things would not have been moved the way it's been moved if you guys wasn't on it. And even though some of the shit people may take it as being harsh, I don't see it as being harsh. I can see both ends of it. Okay, yeah, you feel like nobody shouldn't be in front of somebody's house yelling and saying stuff. Let your fucking kids be missing. Let your kids be missing. You're gonna hope and pray that any and everybody who has a heart would want to be involved and go somewhere and yell and make these people feel uncomfortable if they don't have nothing to do with it. If I was this goddamn lady, Wanda, if I was her, the first day y'all would have came to my doorstep, I'd have came out crying, hugging, like, thank y'all guys so much. I don't know what to do, where to start. I'm so glad I have the help. Why are you picking up a defense mode? Like, defense, where do you do that at when your grandkids go missing? You got it. You think you got it right, but you got it. Bitch, Oh, Jacqueline and what you trying to say? Your son? Oh, they didn't have Orrin and Orson. Sorry, we got the wrong family, bitch. Because you acting like you don't know them motherfuckers.
I know. That's why I said, is this lady even involved with her child? Like, has she ever been involved with her child as far as growing up? I mean, this don't make no damn sense.
Right, like, listen, first of all, yeah, like, maybe you didn't care, but you can't even put on a fake emotion, like, as a human, especially an older lady that done been through some shit in life. I'm coming out on my porch, seeing what's going on. You ain't gonna make me no prisoner in my house.
Yeah, I don't care what a mama says. My son lives in Tulsa, Oklahoma. I know when he's coming, going, working, sleeping, showering, shitting, all that and above. This lady don't know a damn thing in regards to her son or her grandkids. Okay, I had somebody even tell me before, this little punk mother sucker did this to these kids. Now his kids are in the system. Does he think somebody not going to do something like this in revenge to his children? Does he even give two fly fucks on what's going to happen to his kids?
Listen, that's why I said I would be talking. I would be giving interviews. I'd be talking with people in the community. See, they have something to hide. See, maybe Wanda wasn't even involved, but she may be guilty of some other shit. You know, some fraudulent shit for income and stuff.
If she wasn't involved, she heard something. She heard even the how do you say the tone of his voice probably changed. She knew something was wrong.
Yeah, you know your kids. Yes, I got 3. And that mother, let me tell you about that motherly intuition, boy. You could be sleeping in a dream, something will come up in your head about your child. And it may have not happened then and there, but you'll go to them like, come here, let me tell you something. Now, I had a dream. I don't know what the fuck you out there doing. Yeah, that's crazy as hell. But I used to see when y'all first started going out there and protesting, Wanda had gotten rid of the blue car. It was in the front. The van was on the street. And she had gotten it was a 2021 Kia out there, a white car. What happened to that car? I don't see it no more.
I believe that was a rental. If that was not a rental, it was either a car that Jacqueline and Chazelle got into. But as far as the blue one, I think it's in the storage right behind this apartment right here.
Because what is Wanda driving?
That boy drives her around, her son.
Her son drives her.
Okay. Who? Josiah?
Mm-hmm. Yes, ma'am.
Now, do they have a family member named Jay?
That's the first I've heard.
Because when I was doing a lot of that searching online, Jay was coming up where they was using his email to like make purchases and stuff on Amazon.
Miss Nikki, I'm gonna drop the link. My admins have all that stuff. If that's the case, let me have my admin because I like when people come in and they ask questions. My admins usually have all the answers to it. I try to everything that I get like I take screenshots of. When I'm in front of a printer, I'll print everything out and keep inside files with names. If a new name comes up, boom, there goes a new file. So I keep everything there just in case. I'm not home right now, so I don't have any of that with me. What would be the last name on that?
It's the hold on, let me see. Where's my red book? Oh, here it go. It was a so it was an email that they was using. Jacqueline's name was on the order for the Amazon, and it wasn't necessarily an order, it was like a wish list. They had like some laptops on there. I think like 14 pounds of sea salt.
I seen that, yes.
But in the top, so I think I sent it originally. I might have sent it to you too. I know I sent it to Crenshaw. But I was trying to resend it because the top, when I sent it to you, it didn't show like the website I got it off of and whose name was on that order. I thought Trezell did the order, and he may have but it had Jacqueline's name in the wish list, like it was her wish list. And that was some of the stuff that was on it. But the email that they used, you know how when you log into Amazon and shit, you got to have an email. And the email that they used was J something. I got to find it. Because you know, Jacqueline, I don't know what your research has turned up on her, but that bitch, boy, you know she into something. You can't find shit on her.
Nobody could find nothing on her.
I do
have somebody who works in a CPS that is, she's not going to send it to me through a text message. She's not going to send it to me through an email, inbox, Facebook, nothing in that type of sort, because she works for CPS. She is going to have somebody mail it to me. So I will definitely know who her mama is, who her daddy is, when she was born, what's her real middle and last name, if that's the case. So we're waiting on that now.
Right. Because you know what I was thinking of too, why this case I feel like it's prolonged for so long, because if you look at the goddamn That's another thing that be driving me crazy, but it's like we forget about this stuff because there's so much other stuff popping up. But I'm like, well, we just go right back to the video, the clear video that we all saw, even if we, muted the commentary so people won't say, I'm not going to say any names because I kind of made peace with this person, but people can't say that, oh, they're making a narrative. Motherfucker, your eyes don't lie to you.
Yeah.
You see 2 adults and how many kids? 4 kids. Where's the goddamn, even in the backyard? Ain't no kids come out that goddamn backyard. You could see it on the videos that we saw clear as day. But by the time the police got to it, the shit they showed us was all fuzzy wuzzy and shit. I'm like, well, what the fuck is this he looking at?
Mm-hmm.
I thought that was kind of weird too.
Went too many times.
Yeah, I thought that was kind of weird too, how fuzzy it was. And I'm like, what, John, what the fuck is you looking at? How can you even, what are you looking at on national TV, John? Because that's not what we saw originally.
Nope. Not at all.
These people is weird as hell around here.
And the more and more that they tampered with the shit, the blurrier the shit gets.
Yeah, but if you go right there to, who was it? If you go right there to AV Watchman's video, it's there. Like every time I call them and I give a lead, because I can only follow what people are showing on TV, I direct them right to the YouTube channel. Yes, I'm sure that they already told you about it, but you could go here to see the video clear as day. And I'm sure it's me and a million other people doing the same thing.
If you go to AV's video of that night when the van is parked in that driveway, there is a Nissan Altima parked outside of that house.
On the opposite side of the street?
No. Right in front.
Oh, you mean of the person who's recording?
No. Right in front of Trezell and Jacqueline's house. You have to look really good. Here. When AV asked, is that a car? They said no. That was, in fact, a vehicle.
Oh shit, maybe I'm gonna have to zoom. I'm gonna have to pull it up on my phone where I could take a picture and then zoom in on it.
Give me 1 second.
Mm-hmm. Oh, while you doing that, I'm gonna go to my email. I don't know why she makes that sound like that. Pepper. Sound like a little... I know, baby. We're about to go now. You got your shoes on? No, you're not even ready.
I want to bring them.
Your bike. Don't you want to ride your bike? So I can go walk?
Sorry, guys. That was AV. So yeah, as far as the kids and everything else, I don't know. I just feel like we need we're doing okay coming out here looking for ourselves and stuff like that, but there is a few more houses that we actually need to have eyes on. And when you said that you feel like a lot of it has stopped, a lot of volunteers that were actually helping did slow down. before, I think there was about 30 of us. There was about 30 of us. Right now, we're probably down to like 12. And it's crazy. Okay, you're back.
Yeah, I dropped off. I had found that email,
Oh, did you?
and I'm scared to go back, but I'm gonna remember. It's like Trey, TRE, and then JAY .west@gmail.
That's Trizelle. Like short for Trizelle and Jackie.
Mm.
Oh, you think that's because it's JAY? Okay.
Good thinking. Good thinking. Yep.
Because we gotta remember his Facebook page was Trey West.
Yeah, it was.
And her face, one of her things was Jacqueline J.
Jay.
Put that two together, J. Trey J. You know.
Oh, Trey J. Okay, got it. They're trying to be creative with it, but I wonder if that's her email because that thing was under the thing said her name. The order, which list? Yeah, it said Jacqueline.
Okay.
I think I got your email. I could send it to you again. Because I think when I first sent it to y'all, I didn't show the whole page where it actually showed her name. And when I went back, because I also sent it. No, I think I was scared to send it to the police. You know why I'd be so scared? I'm like, I'm digging too much. What if they get me for like privacy or something? Oh my God, I might go to jail. But then I'm like, you know what? This case is too damn big. They probably taken every damn thing that they could get.
Well, technically, they're asking for the community's help, right? Community's
Yeah,
not
that's
law
true.
enforcement, nor are they professionals. So the community's going to do what they have to do to get information.
Right. Yeah, that's true. I think the next big thing, hopefully, be Jacqueline's family's exposed. We need to know everybody.
Yeah, really.
Because as much investigation that we all did, just the community, just people outside all over the world, for everybody not to pull up nothing. Like this bitch never had a job. Like, did she ever get welfare?
What I'm thinking is when she either got married and at the same time adopted the kids, I think she got a name change also.
She had to have.
That'd be
Well,
the
y'all
only
get
way.
this video. This YouTuber named Monkey Mar. Have you ever looked on her channel? She pulled up a birth certificate for Jacqueline.
Is that the one where she said it says she was born in Modesto?
Something like that. The lady, she's good at tell her channel is Monkey and then MAR.
Okay.
Yeah, she got all a genealogy shit. I guess she paid for ancestry. I was like, I ain't going that far. I ain't paying for that shit. But yeah, she pulled up a birth certificate, and supposedly, as we keep finding out, Jacqueline's mother is Sherry. Now, wasn't that the lady that's denying her on national TV?
Yes.
Isn't that some weird shit?
Yeah.
That's another thing. I'll be wanting to just talk to.
She said, I don't know why people are just picking me out of the woodworks to be her mother. Maybe they just think I'm beautiful.
Listen, I found some pictures though too from her way back in the day too. I could send y'all those. I think I probably sent it to y'all already. But that bitch sat on that couch. You could tell she was kind of nervous. That's why if one of them motherfuckers take a lie detector test, they going down.
Yeah,
but she was weird, and then brought her grandson. He got these eyes where her grandson look weird.
Yeah.
He's handsome. I'm not talking about weird like his looks, but just his whole demeanor.
He
Weird as fuck.
or some shit, huh?
Whoa. That motherfucker came in and he was like looking. And then she was like, can you believe this? They're trying to say I'm her. He looked like who? They're trying to say I'm her. Bitch, I would have been calling 911. Hold on. Somebody done changed my Facebook. Hold on, bitch.
Real shit.
She's just sitting there like, can you believe this? Motherfucker, you trying to say they done stole your whole identity and you just sitting on the couch, bitch?
Yeah, for real. That shit was a trip. And she swore up and down she was just that beautiful and that people just wanted to fucking have her picture and shit.
Sounds delusional, just like her daughter. But listen, she was saying that she contacted the person and asked them why they using her stuff or something like that. Didn't she say that to y'all, or was I tripping?
Yeah, she did.
Did she give y'all the information on who she contacted?
No, she didn't.
That bitch is a fraud. Every time y'all try to get her with a question, she switched it up. Oh, I gotta go shopping in a couple of minutes.
Yeah. Yeah.
This shopping of all things, that's the excuse you're gonna use right now. Because
Listen,
as far as
missing
I'm
kids, if you
concerned,
want to go shopping,
because as far as I'm concerned, bitch, you don't schedule shopping, bitch. You just go.
right. Just like Jacqueline and Trezell. Out of all shit that's happening right now, they want to be in the fucking porn shop. You know that's her mom and you know that's her daughter.
Listen, I could imagine what that conversation was like. Listen, Jackie, we about to go down, okay? You're going to be in there with women. Let's just go ahead and get it in real quick before, because they're going to be finding out about us any day, right?
Let's slap these skins and call it a day.
Oh, shit. Damn, that's crazy as hell. What was the other thing? Remember I had, one time I think I had asked you about, there was that white van. AV Watchman was in front of Casa Loma talking to some people about that video that Jacqueline mother did in Spanish. And a van had came out of Casa Loma. And at the time the van came out, they was like, yeah, that's the van. That van comes in and out of here all times of the night going to Jackie mom's crib. And so I paused the thing and got the license plate off of it. And the license plate was like for a silver, a pickup, a Chevy Silverado.
Uh-huh.
Did they ever catch that car?
No, that van goes in and out there with now it has a different license plate number. We don't know whose it goes to, but AV did follow that van. Where was it? To San Jose?
Get the fuck out of here.
Yeah. He did follow the van out to San Jose, turned around and came back. The dude tried to lose him, jumped on the freeway. He was all the way from the left, jumped on the freeway, and somehow, I don't know if AV lost. I can't remember if AV said if he lost him on the freeway or not.
He could only go like a certain miles per hour. Or something like that.
So he turned around, came back this way, but he was live when it happened. When he did go.
Got it. Cause listen, when I took a picture, it looked like a lady was driving, like an older lady. It's not that old, but like older. She shouldn't be doing no type of shit like this. Or driving with the wrong plate.
When we went to go look next door in that field, and that man got a little angry with us, and there's another lady that pulled out of there with a van, but the back was covered up pretty good. But I have it on my recording. Did I post it? I wonder if I posted it. I think I did post it, or I was live. But it shows her leaving that area.
Mm-hmm.
There was what kind of toy was it? That the boxes that were there? A fire truck?
Yeah,
it was a fire truck box and a car box. Like it was just two toys. When we asked the man, do you guys have kids on these premises? He said, no, we don't. And I turned and I looked at AV. AV looked at my wife. My wife looked at the other lady that was there. We're just looking like, wait a minute. You guys have no children here, but you guys have two brand new boxes with the toys missing out of them sitting right here by the door. This whole pink burgundy a little apartment that you guys so-called house is literally boarded up from window to window, door to door. And the door doesn't have regular door knobs where you could turn and open. You literally have to use keys in order to open that door.
To get in and out? Oh, so nobody not getting out or in?
Exactly. And me and my wife were trying to open it. AV went around. He was like, dude, you can't even see in this little apartment right here. I told the guy, can we come back and see this? He ignored me. AV asked him, well, can I come back and speak with you on my own? Da, 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 da. He says, yeah, just you. He said that I look like a cop.
Yeah, but even if you were, like, what you gotta...
Ain't nobody on no BPD or sheriff's department. They ain't gonna hire me looking like a little Oompa Loompa.
Girl, please listen. Undercovers, you don't. I mean, listen. Obviously, he hiding something, right? If you look like a cop, because we looking for kids. Let me tell you something.
Like, she got to go. You tell her come back with warrant. I said, hold on, wait a minute. What? You just gave us permission to come in. He said, I give them permission. I know, give you permission. You a cop. I said, oh no, I'm not.
You know what too though is because kids is involved. Like I grew up where snitches get stitches. You turn the other cheek. You don't see shit,
Yeah.
right? And the only reason really because I'm not in the gang or nothing like that. The only reason why I'm like that is because there's a lot of people that see a crime and go and say something, and then they shit is splasted all over the screen, and then they kill right by trying to do the right thing because they see they friend that somebody get killed. I feel like in a lot of cases, police do not protect those who do. In a lot of cases, police have not protected those who have spoke up to help them solve a crime, of a loved one. So I think that's where people started saying snitches get stitches. Like you're gonna die. You say something, we coming after you. So people shut the fuck up. But when kids are involved, I'm not even thinking twice. I'm calling the cops.
Yeah.
I'm telling, and I feel like right now a lot of shit is
I'm
being.
calling the cops before I beat your ass at that.
Well, yeah, that's it, right.
Because you knew better than to pull some shit like this. Shit. I mean,
No, that's
everybody in their
true, too.
right state of mind knows better than to pull some, or they think it's some slick shit like this. They just got their whole fucking life in a situation that they are never going to be able to do a turnaround in.
Yeah, what's sad is because that motherly intuition, Ryan Dean, as soon as she stepped up on the scene, I mean, she said it. And I think just me trying to have faith, I really hope and I wouldn't even want them to be involved in something like that unless hopefully we could solve the case. But I feel like I'd be trying to say, like trafficking. But when Ryan came up on that scene, she basically said what it is. And a mother knows.
Yeah.
And she already tried, you know what I'm saying? She tried to give gifts.
I was thinking if we could get Ryan out to talk now, maybe Chazelle and them will come out and talk. Because 3 months is a long time. You know what I mean? We have literally been out here every day. Ro has been out where she goes to go and look and does her searches out of town too. I myself, I feel that it's time that she comes out of her shell now. I mean, I understand. I completely understand because my son was taken from me. I didn't get my son up willingly. My son went for a visit with his father and he decided to keep him. Apparently, during that time, once you touch land in Tulsa, Oklahoma, you're considered a resident, is from what I was told by the lawyers. My son's father's lawyers.
Did you see that car?
Damn.
Did it?
That's hard as hell for somebody, especially you thinking they just going on a visit.
Yeah. So my son was supposed to be gone for 2 weeks to visit with his father out there. Come to find out, I didn't get to see my son. He was 3 years old. His grandfather took him out there. They flew him out there. Grandfather came back without him because he was just going with him to fly him out there, and then he was going to go back out there to get him and bring him back, and to make sure he got there safe on the plane. Grandfather never called me back, so I was making my calls every 2 days like I was supposed to. When it was time for him to come back, his father's lawyer called me and says he's considered a resident. Your email should have already gotten to you. He has full sole custody of him. And I was like, wait, what? And I was able to see my son when he was 16 years old. So my son came to see me. That was the first time that I seen him in a long time. And he did not want to leave. And don't get me wrong, because every single month I was at that courthouse and I showed my son proof. Every month I was at the courthouse filing new paperwork, going through this. They give you, at the time, money was tight, and they gave me, what do they call, babe? Not lawyers, but public, like somebody who came in, like try to help me out, go against him, a lawyer. So nothing would give, but they said money talks.
Oh, okay, like a public. Okay, I know what you're talking about. Yeah. Usually for like family services when kids is involved.
Yeah.
Huh?
So that happened, and it would never give. Nothing ever gave to my side. I said, okay, you know what? Maybe this is God's plan. I'm going to continue putting my paperwork in. I'm going to continue calling my son. I'm going to continue sending him money. I'm going to continue sending him his gifts. when my son came to visit me, he said he's never seen a penny. He's never got clothes. He's never got his shoes, nothing. And I saved every single receipt to show him when that time was when he wanted to come home and see for himself. Because I knew there was going to be a lot of questions asked. And I had a lot
Like,
of
why did you leave me? Yeah.
You know, and when I gave it to him and I showed him everything, he was like, I don't even want to go back.
Damn. They basically kidnapped him.
Yeah. And my other son, like I've had my other son the whole time, just me raising him as a mother, as a single mother, without his father. And he's like, dang, Mom, he's like, we got to fight for my brother still. We still got to, because I have 2 boys. And he's like, we got to fight. And I'm like, I know, I'm trying my best. I'm doing my best. You know what I mean? I'm trying to do what I can. So when we got that phone call from the grandpa, I was like, he's coming to Santa Clarita. I'm going to bring him down to see you. Can I have your address? Heck yeah. How you want it? You want it by mail, email, text? What do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
You need gas money to bring him from Santa Clarita to Bakersfield. Better yet, hold that thought. Send me your address. I'm coming tonight. You know, but he brought him to me. He apologized. The grandfather apologized to me for doing that to me. For a long time, he said he had that grudge on him because he felt like his son set him up and didn't tell him what he was going to do, so it made him look like the bad person.
Right.
You know, and I know what Dean's going through. My son was missing the whole time too. I was searching for him, you know, and even though my son's father moved from address to address to address to address because I had people going out there looking to see, you know, even if it was a family member or whatever, see, because he didn't want me around the house. He didn't want none of that because he didn't want me getting my son. It's the van that just pulled in.
Damn.
You know, so I know what Dee's going through, but as far as knowing that who they're not with, you know what I mean? They're not, they may not be alive. And I hate saying that word, period. You know, they could be with somebody who they don't like or somebody who don't like them because maybe something in her past or their daddy's past, you know, it could be a whole lot. But when it comes to this now, anger, the anger alone should have been like, you know what, to hell with this. I'm looking now, and I'm going to continue looking from this point forward till I find my babies, you know, and that's all that's all I thought about. So I can imagine what Ryan's thinking about. I'm wondering, but then too, you know, a lot of people have done a lot of backlash on Ryan, you know, and it's bad enough.
That's why I would have came out and talked. You know, like, no, she don't owe nobody nothing. No, she don't owe nobody nothing. But but what she don't realize too is that it's more of us that understand. Even if she went through some shit, I was young, I did shit before too, right? Yeah. So our truth is our truth. We can't change that, right? People are gonna throw stones. That doesn't matter. The purpose is bigger. I would have been on some Cardi B shit. Every time somebody said something negative, I would have popped out like, yep, I did smoke weed, I fucked up. I didn't kill my kids though.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
you know, with that chief him going live on that little news clip and saying that they pretty much fucked up by taking her.
Yes, he did.
You know what I mean?
Yes.
Don't get it twisted, because she got a lawsuit against California City foster care out there. She got one against Bakersfield, the BPD, because BPD, I'm sure they done stepped in beforehand because they had to have some type of report, not just by CPS. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
The county, the state. She got about, and let me explain something to you. It's not just her. It's both baby daddies and the baby daddy's parents and Miss Dean's mother and father.
Whoever was rejected the children
and whoever was rejected the children.
Which is good because we don't know the truth, but the story is being said that none of the fathers knew that their rights was being taken.
Yeah.
Yep.
And that's crazy as fuck. I'm waiting. I know, like, y'all tried. I know AV Watchmen tried to go like in front of CPS to kind of like start a little bit of shit. But I'm waiting for some shit to be blown off the lid on their end too. Like not to just shut a government building down, but listen, there's bad apples in every fucking you know what I'm saying, situation. So like these people are still just actively able to now cover their fucking tracks. The longer this goes on, you know how many people has been covering their fucking tracks from all the fraudulent shit that they've been doing?
Yep. Yeah.
Because you can't go back to court and get a new document now that everybody know that the world is looking for these kids and try to change it and be like, oh, they signed these papers. Like, when did they give up their rights?
Yep.
Now, because I was saying, like, I remember when I was younger, right? People would be like, if you're going to apply for welfare, tell them that you don't know your baby father, right? So I could see it some shit like that, where she maybe was collecting, public assistance and said she didn't know the kid's father. So then maybe they wasn't on birth certificates or none of that shit. Then I could see some shit like that going down. She would be the only parent. But in a case where they have fathers, like, that's some weird shit.
Yeah, one dude was on both birth certificates, even though the other kid wasn't his. So they had a father to run to. They just chose not to.
Yo, you know what makes it even more crazy is the fact that they was with a good home. What made them take them from? I mean, even if the lady was getting in contact with the mother, right? You're taking kids from their home and putting them with killers and molesters, right? My thing is, instead of
look, I know when they took them kids out of that home, even though Ryan was good friends or whatever she was with this other lady, was foul, and they were in the wrong for that, because there's plenty of people that we know who has foster children, who even has their parents staying in their home with their children while they're out and about, even living in their garage, and CPS still does nothing about it. So
it could have been a personal vendetta too, though.
And pick on Ryan, it has to be something bigger than that.
Yeah, it could have been a personal vendetta. Maybe somebody she went to school with, maybe somebody man she was with, or the man chose her. It could be any goddamn thing, because goddamn Bakersville, even though it's big, is still kind of small. Mm-hmm. My crazy thing is, I feel like it needs to be CPS reform. Like, I know we hear police reform, but think about it, CPS reform. I'm from New York. So many fucking cases all around the world you hear where kids are being hurt in foster homes. So instead of them taking from their parent, right? If you feel something is going to happen to them regardless going over to this home, why not, where Ryan was lacking, since you're willing to pay all these thousands of dollars to somebody who's going to eventually hurt the kid, why not go, yo, you left your kid with this man, they so-and-so hurt the kid while you wasn't home, we're going to assist you with childcare.
Right.
We're going to pay for your childcare instead of paying somebody else thousands of dollars to later on have a case for hurting the kid, and now you're responsible for the shit. How about leave them with their mother? The only error was she was at work or wherever she was when the shit occurred. So why would you take somebody's kids based off of that?
And over some marijuana? That don't make no sense.
But I feel like that's why there needs to be reform.
That lady could have been in her garage while they was asleep, smoking a little piece of weed or whatever. You know what I mean? Whatever it is that she did.
It's been crackheads that got their kids back.
Exactly. Yeah, no, exactly. That's why I said there needs to be some type of reform with CPS, because listen, if we start digging up all the cases, if we just go across and just pull up every single case, something needs to be done. Like, you shouldn't just be able to pull the kids and take them. Like, I was watching some documentary, like when they take kids, sometimes they don't even have a home for the kids to go to, but you're so quick to want to take them out of this crib, you don't even have a place for them to go to. And then the way they find places, they calling these motherfuckers like, hello, can you take a kid tonight? Can you take a kid tonight? They just call them motherfuckers until somebody agrees to take the kid. Like, shit, you desperate, right? You somebody that need money, and they call you, gonna be like, hell yeah, I can take them kids tonight.
Uh-huh.
Bring them on down. Him and the brother, shit, 2 checks. Bring them.
Like, even when we started, that was, my baby girl's gonna be 10 now, right? Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Our baby girl's gonna be 10 now. We got her 10 years ago. Okay. We got her sister 2 years later.
Mm-hmm.
Even with that being said, before that even happened, we were already in process of doing foster care or taking in kids who needed to be placed, immediate placement, emergency placement. So they even said, if you guys are going to do anything, you guys got to do it at least within a year space before you guys receive the children. Why didn't they give Jacqueline or Chazelle that same opportunity that everybody else had to take as far as a year gap before you got children?
Yeah. I feel like it was moved too quickly. I mean, I guess all of this shit is eventually going to come out, right? I feel like everything is
To me, it
eventually going
was
to come
like
out.
a from a morning to night type of situation with them kids.
My thing is, how did they go from having 2 of their own biological kids to wanting to foster and adopt?
And obviously,
Because I think
they
more
don't
people
like.
would be interested in what happens with their kids than they would them having foster kids, because they know they come and go.
Well, now
Right?
they have it to where if you have children, they're actually doing a like a pulse mode where they have it to where if you got children, you're not eligible to have either adopt or foster children because they don't know how the outcome is going to be of the children, other children coming into the home, if they're like disturbed or mentally
Thank
ill,
you.
stuff like that.
Listen, let me tell you how many kids I know, personally, I know, that get taken out of the home with a parent, maybe they was being abused or whatever, and then go into, and listen, imagine you taking a kid in that was molested, right?
Mm-hmm.
You know that if you don't know about them being molested, if you don't know that serious past that they have, more than likely they're gonna act that shit out. Guess who on whose kids?
Yeah.
On your kids. You know what I'm saying? So it's like you need to know, because they need to know, like, listen, you're a child. You was innocent when this happened. Your innocence was taken. This is wrong. If they're not told, they don't know what's right or wrong. All they're doing is acting out what was done to them. And or vice versa. Like, you take kids that may have been neglected, maybe not fed or some shit, and you put them into a home where it ain't nothing but molesting going on and everybody being quiet, because if you tell, then everybody going to jail. Then you bring these innocent kids in on that shit. Now that shit is happening to them. Or there's a lot of cases too where maybe your biological kids don't want no motherfucking brother or no sister.
Uh-huh.
They don't want to. They don't want to share their shit. Now you done brought these new kids in, and it ain't nothing but fighting and shit going on.
Yeah.
I feel like it's got to be a family decision. Like, yo, we want more kids. We got the means to take care of them. We want to have more kids come in. Like, I feel like it's got to be something with the family as a whole. Maybe involving the grandparents too, because you think on holidays, right? Your kids go over to their grandparents' house and shit. Like, who the fuck only takes 4 grandkids? I would feel guilty as a grandmother. I got 3 kids, and I'm always having a battle in my fucking head. Did I overdo this one's birthday? Now I got to make sure his birthday is like that. Like, I'm always in my head as a mother, and I know it don't have nothing to do with my kids, but I want to always make sure they're being treated fairly and never want them to grow up to be like, you showed him more favoritism. So in my head, I'm always battling, making sure, like, if I do something for one, I'm doing the same thing for the other. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, why would you drop off just 4 kids for the holidays and keep 2 at your boring ass crib?
Yeah. Diana, we just answered your question, babe. I don't know if you're in here or not, but it's something I'm trying to get it. Have my admins have Ryan get in contact with me. I know how to get in contact with her, but I don't want to pressure her into it because she knows that we've literally been out here, and I don't want her to feel like she owes us anything because we've been out here looking for her boys. When she's ready to come out and talk, I'm sure she will. What I'm saying is 3 months, me being as a mother, my tear, my sadness, my cry for help, all this would have already turned into anger, and I would have been out here regardless what the fuck these cops had to say.
Burning down houses and shit. Like, bitch, you gonna come
Taking
out
my
now?
cars into the front of their houses. You're gonna answer me at some point because you running behind these gates and these doors and these screens and all this stuff. It's enough. You know what I mean? But we are 2 different women. She probably thinks different than I do, because had that been me, I would have been in a whole other situation. My wife says otherwise. She says, I'll just walk up to the door. They're gonna have to speak to me. If they're not ready to talk, I'll come back another day. So that's like from 3 different point of views. So we don't know what Ryan's going through right now. A lot of people have attacked her. And coming in defense for the West family, which is I think myself is wrong, but everybody has their own opinion on everything that goes on. But
True.
as far as Ryan Dean, I think when God puts that in my heart for me to reach out for her to her, for me and her being as far as two women, two mothers who has children that have been missing, you know, and there's nothing that we could do in our power to help at that time. When she's ready to talk, I'm sure God to make that happen, you know. But I'm just saying, and I'm speaking in general right now.
Right.
You know, I always thought too, what if, because one of Trezal's biological kids looked like he had anger issues or something.
One of
So
them
I'm
do.
wondering if something happened with the kids and they're just protecting
Their kids.
their biological kid.
Yo, you know what's crazy? Is it from like the picture that you saw them? Two of them, I think, was sitting on the couch, and the two little boys was on the floor. I'm like, who that big ass kid right there? He looked like he could have sat on him or some shit.
Yeah, he looked mean as hell.
But listen, think about how the father and the mother is. First of all, you're not letting your kids go outside and play. And how do we know this? Because I'm not there. Their neighbors are saying this shit. Everywhere they've been, they say them kids don't come outside. Nobody don't see the kids. Nigga, that's neglect right there. So if you that evil and not even letting your kids come outside, you got to get the fuck out the house because I need a break. Okay? Yeah, take your ass outside and run around and play. Get your ass tired, come back, get in the tub, and then eat and go to bed. You in the house all day with the kids and they in there with you. Where you having sex at? Where y'all doing that at?
That's
You
what I'm
putting the
saying.
kids in the living room? Like,
It seems like Jacqueline and Trezal would have the older kids do whatever they want with the other ones. Like take them over there and watch TV with them over here and shit like that. You know what I mean? While they're doing whatever.
and you think maybe that's why they took them other kids to the mom's house so that when they did call 911, the kids ain't have to be questioned.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, listen, don't worry, we're gonna take it off for you, and that's why them kids could be lying too. Yeah.
Kids playing outside in the dead. Where should go? Do you live out there in California City? Because every time that I've been out there, there's been kids out there playing.
Yeah, they don't technically have to be in the desert. I mean, they did have a front and backyard.
Which is another thing that don't make sense. As smart as Trezal say he is, he got up there and he's dumb as fuck. How you gonna get up there and say we don't let them go outside? Oh nigga, we already know that because we dug up your history or your neighbors done told us. But you let them go outside on one of the coldest nights while you go inside to get wood. So you don't let them out of your sight. But on this night that it was cold outside, you decide to let them go in the backyard while it's cold as fuck. What happened to all the other summer nights?
Yeah.
I turned my earbuds off. That smoke detector needs a new battery. Baby.
It's probably mine. You know what?
Oh,
I'm in the process of purchasing a house, and I don't do shit. If my landlord ain't doing that, I ain't doing it. It ain't my goddamn property.
That's the same thing I said. She said not in California City, but in the desert. Have you seen how many houses are out there in the desert? Have you seen how many trailers are out there in the desert where they have their kids out there playing?
Listen, remember
Pretty wicked. If you haven't seen a lot of our videos, my videos, AV's videos, AV News Crew's videos, Crenshaw's videos, if you haven't seen any of our videos, go back and watch them because it shows on our videos kids out there playing. Even if we're walking from door to door or we're doing our search, you could see the kids out there playing outside, riding quads, dirt bikes, you know, stuff like that.
And one of the direct neighbors,
they were going to be seen. There's a lot more houses out there that a lot of people, and we all haven't put out there, but just about every house up and down that block has cameras, and they all work. Nobody caught them kids walking out or walking down the way.
Listen, and then the neighbor there at Cal City said she would see them and ask them, hey, can my daughter, you know, the kids wanted to play with her kids, wanted to play with Trezal and them kids. I was following that shit since the beginning. One of them Cal City neighbors was like, yeah, we would ask, you know, because my daughter played with the kids. And they would make some type of excuse or some shit.
Yeah.
And the reason why they don't let the kids out and play because they know those other ones taught.
Because they know them boys wasn't there. I don't think them boys was there. Look, that goddamn realtor, there's bits and pieces of the truth all over this shit. That realtor said he got 4 kids. Yeah. Whether they adopted or not, nigga, you got 6 kids. You watching them every day. Shit, Mm-hmm.
When they took their biological kids in for questioning, they took them in individual. The funny thing about it is they both had the same story word for word.
Oh yeah, they was trained. Listen, they've been trained since the day they moved since the day the incident occurred.
Yeah.
That's when that
Exactly.
motherfucker was rushing to buy that house real quick. You listen, I was listening to the story because people go in and redo everything over again so you can remember what the hell these niggas was lying about. Somebody went in there and followed the trail with it. It might have been Crenshaw, where they followed his trail where he was basically saying, first of all, when you purchasing a house, the first thing you got to do, motherfucker, is go to the bank and get pre-approved. Make sure your credit is good. They want to make sure you got money in your bank for your down payment. Okay, unless you're getting some type of funding or some shit from the government, where the government gonna be paying your down payment. Then
Right.
you, because they don't want to waste their time. They already don't get paid that much, their little percentage. Once they got your pre-approval, they start taking you around to look for houses. That is the way it go. How the fuck does a real estate agent get with Trezell and this nigga don't even got a pre-approval letter? So he goes and tells them, yeah, I want to close in 30 days. Nigga, the bank didn't even approve you for money. What you closing? That lets me think that maybe Trezell was going to pay that house with cash. I feel like money was going to be sent to that nigga.
Well, there is money being sent to him. He went from a zero balance on his bank account
Mm-hmm.
for the last two years. So I'm not understanding how that bank loan went through in the first place. Number two, after the kids are gone, he has 140K racked up in his account today. So to go from having nothing to having 140K racked up in your account, something's not right. Something's not right.
Wait, hold on. I'm sorry, my daughter was talking. 100. What was the
140K.
time frame from?
That was
No, when? From
I
when did
believe
he go from zero?
from zero to, for the last, what was it, 2 years, 2 months.
Last month he got the 140K.
Yeah, last
But
month
before that,
he didn't have nothing in his accounts.
Because listen, let me tell you, first of all, when you go in to purchase a house, because listen, I've been doing this shit for a minute. When you go to purchase a house, right, and the first bid that they give you, your realtor, if they're a good realtor, they're going to tell you, nah, I think let's talk them down to this and let's see what they say. There's going to be some type of negotiation. Unless, nigga, you got some motherfucking money to dispose of. And from the back of Wanda's backyard, don't look like them motherfuckers got money to dispose of. Whatever Jamal is doing over there, still don't mean that you can have money. You could still be broke as fuck just because you working, you know what I'm saying, and you're around big names don't mean that you got money like that. Because a lot of times when they working in these politics, a lot of that shit is like non-for-profit and shit like that. So I know him and Jacqueline ain't have money to dispose of. So that's what I was saying too. That's why I feel like this shit is gonna be bigger than what we think it is. Like he went in there and said, yeah, I want to buy this shit for 190 something, and all the other properties around there ain't even worth that. Why would you do that? Unless you know you got something coming in that's gonna take care of all that. Like I don't even care how much it is. It ain't my money. Somebody else gonna be paying for this shit for me.
This
What they'll do, not go on the
family
street,
is
okay?
suspect to me.
Yeah. What makes me mad is that I can't find out nothing about Jacqueline's. That pisses me the fuck off. Because okay, we done blew the lid off Trezell and goddamn, we ain't got nothing about Jacqueline. Isn't it strange and weird? Like, all right, say if something happened or like one of my kids, right, and they were missing or some shit, and I'm being blamed for it. Like, my father, my grandmother, friends or family members from the past, everybody gonna be on TV. How we are all over the news and media about this shit, and we don't even know them. People you might have come. He used to always come in and out of the store with his kids. Something. Ain't nobody saying nothing. This shit is weird. You know what I'm saying? Like, not even your own family. The only thing his mother said was, as far as I know, there was good parenting.
Yeah.
Like, that's all you're going to elaborate on? And we over here accusing him of possibly murder? That's all you're going to elaborate on him?
Yeah, and to be honest, I really
You don't
still
want to
can't get over the
over there
fact.
with her?
I mean, none of us can find anything
What
on
was
Jacqueline.
here, but
Okay,
I
I
don't
get
know
that.
what.
But just the little words she said in
Go.
her clipping was suspicious as fuck. She's
Well,
like
let's
a
see you
patch
write
of
it.
grass.
Didn't plant patches
When
or
I
something like
get
that.
on it, it
And I'm thinking to myself, bitch, what's wrong with the patches of grass? Do we need to go dig them up?
Wait, say that again. I didn't hear you. I think you cut out.
Oh, I said what pisses me off is that out of everything Jacqueline was talking about, she mentioned something about and the patches of grass rocking back and forth. I said, well, what's wrong with these patches of grass? Should we go dig them up?
We're on the first, well, the only on the only interview.
Yeah. She says the patches, the grass patches, or something like that. I was like,
I'd have to go back and watch it.
she was so focused on them patches of grass. Like it didn't anything that they were talking about, she wants to bring up a patches of grass. Let me see if I can bring it up. What?
Brazil West details the moment his two adopted boys, 3-year-old Orson and 4-year-old Orin, went missing Monday night from their California City home. Moments before, West says he was gathering wood to start a fire.
I opened up the back gate. I'm throwing wood, bringing it inside the house. My wife's inside. She was actually wrapping gifts, so we thought it was a good idea to they got our youngest to go outside and play with chalk on the back patio.
Shortly after, West says he no longer saw the boys on the patio. He asked his wife Jacqueline if she saw them. She said no. That's when he says panic set in.
I realized that I left the gate open, and I panicked, came inside the house, searched the house, me and my wife. Once that hadn't panned out, I got in the van. I looked down the street, both directions. It was getting dark, getting cold.
West said he then called the police within minutes. Since then, California City Police, the FBI, and the Kern County Sheriff's Office have been investigating. Police searched the couple's home Tuesday night, then interviewed the couple at police headquarters. Meantime, multiple search efforts were launched, which continued.
My wife's inside. She was actually wrapping gifts, so we thought it was a good idea to they got our youngest to go outside and play with chalk on the back patio. I could not let them go on the dirt in the backyard. Keep them close. So I was playing with chalk. And I came to the house. I saw them there. One house. I came back out. I didn't see them there. I immediately went back in, asked my wife, "Did you see the boys?" She said, "No, they should be outside playing with chalk." I said, "Well, I didn't see them," so I came back outside and I started searching my backyard. I searched the whole thing. I realized that I left the gate open and I panicked, came inside the house, searched the house, me and my wife. Once that hadn't panned out, I got in the van. I looked down the street, both directions. It was getting dark, getting cold, and I got in the van and I hit a bunch of corners. I went down this street. I turned my light on. I searched. I called their names. Talked to a gentleman on the street on the other side over there. He didn't see me. So then I came home and I told my wife we need to call the cops. It's getting dark and I need help. We gotta get going. So I called the cops. Cops came. First thing they did was tell us to stay in the house so they can get a hold of us. And they had us just sitting there and we wanted to keep searching. But everybody came out in droves. And I wanted to thank you guys that night, but we couldn't go outside.
The cops told us the best are out here.
The best are out here searching. And we appreciate it. And nobody ever could tell, we could never talk to anybody. And that was the issue.
We just want to thank everybody.
I really want to thank you guys.
Please, if anybody has seen them, please call let somebody know.
It call the cops. Call California's city police department. Call them and let them know what you've seen, if you see anything. Our boys, they are going to be rambunctious, okay? They are going to be here in this area. And I really would like to go in the houses, but it's not because I want to invade people's privacy. I just want to know if make sure. That's it. Because I don't. Oh, go ahead. I'm sorry. If you got any questions.
Oh no, you're good.
Oh, okay.
I was just gonna say, this is the first time we're hearing from you guys, and I can't imagine what you guys are going through. I can't even fathom it. For you guys, for people who are thinking that there's some kind of foul play involved, we just spoke to the biological mother. She says she had a conversation with you guys, and that she thinks there's some kind of foul play involved. That she thinks you guys did something.
That's understandable.
What's your response to that?
That's understandable. I would think the same thing.
Yep.
I mean, that's exactly the point. And if we can find our babies, then guess what? That's no. And that's all I want is to find our babies. That's it. And I talked to her this morning, and I really wanted to tell her that I am completely sorry because we were entrusted with her children, and they came to us, and they became our children. We named them, and they are our children, and so we want them back. So please, if y'all could get back on what you guys are doing, we should be able to get a hold of somebody, but they took all of our tech, so they wanted to, I guess, just rule us out, which makes sense as part of the investigation. So that's pretty much it.
Have you guys, you talked to the police all last night?
Yes.
What, so you guys willfully gave them your
Everything.
technology,
Yes.
the car?
Yes.
Did they how did they get a search warrant? Did you
I
guys?
I don't see why they got one, but they got one.
Yeah,
We would
they
have let them
didn't
take
need one,
anything.
but
We would have let them take everything. We let them come in and search with us. We asked them to come do that.
What did they take?
Just tech. And that's it. Like our phones.
From the house?
I guess, should I answer that?
Answer it to us, yeah.
Okay. So into the okay, and I guess I don't even know.
I see. Yeah, we seriously felt like we needed to be out here. We did. Again, we were told the best are out here looking already. Just to stay put. They have more questions. There was literally a cop with us the whole time in there.
He had sitting down. We would ask, can we go help? They had to sit
Said
down.
nope.
He said, no, we got the best out there.
So
We need
it's
you
not.
guys here in case we have more
I don't want you guys thinking that we
don't.
didn't try. We actually
We
looked
tried.
before we called.
We
police.
Yes.
And I imagine the mind-boggling part is the search for information. What happened? Where are you?
Yes.
Et cetera, et cetera.
And
And just so we are able to present the information correctly, at what time did you guys notice your kids went missing? And at what time were they reported missing to the police?
it's about, I think it was about 4:30, going on 5. It was getting dark, like I said. 5-ish. That's about it. That's when everything played out.
And then when did you guys call the police to report them missing?
After we searched
Yeah.
a little bit around here, it was dark, so we definitely we got worried.
Would you say it was maybe within an hour, a couple hours?
No, it was within minutes of us getting finished with our search. It was within minutes.
What do you guys want people at home to understand about this situation? For them, even speaking about what you guys are feeling is difficult. What do you want them at home to understand about this whole situation?
We're going through it. It's difficult. I mean, everybody's making their own their own conclusions. They don't know anything. We're not sure like everything. We're not sure. We said what we knew, and if anybody has seen them, or anything, please call the police department.
Would you be willing to provide pictures, or do you have any?
I have older pictures. All my newest were on my phone.
Okay.
A lot of people are speaking of this as, you know, after the math past tense. I want to talk about the kids in present tense. What kind of boys are these? Tell us about the boys.
Very playful, very rambunctious, and they do love to wrestle. They do love to kind of get rough with each
They're
other.
kids.
They're kids. Of course, they would love to go out, but so during the pandemic, we weren't trying to go, you know, out here, and so we stayed inside.
Yes.
We did. We searched before we called the cops. That's what we
Yeah.
were saying.
What time did they come up missing?
They came missing right before it got dark. And then we called. I searched their property. I even drove around this neighborhood right here. I even talked to a gentleman on that side, on those streets over there. I said, "Did you see some little black kids?" And that way looking for them. That's the way I was gonna come. But when I came back home, I decided to call the cops because it was dark. They couldn't have got away that fast.
And why did it take two people to go in the house and leave two kids out here by themselves? It should have been one parent going in and one parent right here watching the child, not two parents going in the house and leaving two little kids out here by themselves for 10 minutes.
No, they were in the backyard, and the back gate was open.
Out the backyard.
And the back gate was open, and I was getting wood
So
from
you
this
guys
lot here.
being irresponsible and left the gate open, left some little kids outside with the gate open.
All right. Sorry. You guys were talking about your boys, who you're, you know, I understand. For a mother's intuition, I know you were saying, and we'll get your names after this, but you were saying how you feel like they're in this area. Do you feel the same way? And what is the intuition? What is the sense you get? What do you think happened to your boys? Do you think someone took them? Do you think they're lost? Do you think?
Yeah, definitely. I definitely know they're not walking around. They're not that kind. They do not just roam around. You know, these patches. They definitely, I think definitely.
These patches.
Picked up or something.
That was my assumption.
Have they ever taken off something?
No.
No.
They've never taken off.
When you order Leonard's, you know.
It's something with the patches. Like, did we got to go dig up these patches? Like, what the hell is really going on here? And she turns, she looks at the floor like these patches. It just doesn't make any sense to me.
Why did he need to go back home to call the cops? Did he have only a house phone, not a cell phone?
No, they had tech, meaning they had cell phones.
Right. If I'm driving and looking, I'm calling the cops while I'm looking. Like, I'm not going to stop one thing to do the other for missing kids. Yeah. It's like that motherfucker, he didn't look too long because he know that they ain't there. And I feel like that's why they went to Aspen to report them missing. They figured they report them missing all the way in Cal City because where they did the crime, to keep them far away from there. Nope. If that was me, I'd be on the news like, yeah, that's my cousin. But you know, he was always kind of weird. I'm not saying that he did anything, but I would be explaining like his personality and shit. Like, give us something, damn.
Yeah.
Was it true? I saw like when the case first started, they were saying that house at Aspen, that a West was associated with that house before, that they used that as an address.
Yes. Apparently the Jacqueline was already receiving mail there in let me add this in there real quick. Okay, let me go to my screen. screenshots that I have so far. Let me see what day that was.
This is good stuff though, going on these lives and going through everything. You know why? Because it's letting them motherfuckers know we on their neck.
Yep. Let me find this one. I have so many in my inbox. It's crazy.
Look, you know they probably be cursing y'all out. Imagine them two in bed at night, like, when another goddamn video? God damn, this shit is 3 months later.
Yeah. We not gonna stop now. I mean, we didn't stop then. We're for damn sure ain't gonna stop now. I think I found it.
Girl, you know you'll be looking for days.
I keep some inside my phone, and then I have some inside my wife's phone, and then I have some inside the computer, then I have some inside, or actually the tablet, and then the laptop. I have these things are filled.
Which kind of makes you understand a little bit, like with the police when they say they got so much goddamn evidence, you know, so much goddamn shit to go through.
Okay, so like they said, they got the place in September, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. She started receiving mail there on May 26th of 2020.
So, but you know what that means, though? That means she jumped the gun. Because remember, somebody said that he went, I think in May or something like that, was like, yeah, I want to close in 30 days. So he probably just started using the address. But how could you do that? And that's not even your house. That shows you that these motherfuckers is like, they just wild. Like they don't have any understanding of law or anything. Like you don't own a property. Why are you using the address? But I was talking about, I heard that years ago there was a West at that address. Now that could have been something fake because I can't find nothing on it again. But at one time somebody did something. Mm-hmm.
All of that was taking place. Let me see. Was taking place from March to September and then May.
Mm-mm-mm. So she had already took it about herself to have her mail delivered there. That means that they were trying to get out of wherever they was at. Maybe was they sleeping in a van all that time until they got the house?
It's a possibility.
Because maybe they tried to hurry up and get out of where they was, thinking that they was gonna move into the house real quick. But whatever dumbass real estate agent was helping them, like you wasn't being truthful with them. Like motherfucker, call me when you get pre-approved.
Right.
Why you going to an owner asking to buy a house? Why you representing somebody that don't even have the documentation? Like, how fraudulent are you? But I heard that her credentials ain't up to par either, right?
Right.
Yeah, this shit is crazy. I guess they got connections. You know what's crazy too? LV, if you left your van on the street for months on end, and obviously it was for a lot of months because every time I go and search that property, that white van is sitting out there. So to me, it feel like at least a year that van was sitting in front of that property, that white van. I know that my shit probably would have been towed. I'd have got a
Not
couple of
just
tickets,
that,
and then
I
I would have
mean,
been towed.
the car had no license plates, no tags. It didn't have a handicap sticker on it. They were parked in a handicap parking. You know, there's been many violations of that van just being parked out there like that. So with that even being said, I mean, I understand they move it from the driveway to the street, from the street to the driveway, you know, but still, when they would leave their van out there, they left their van out there for almost a month and a half straight. Usually the county would go by and ticket it.
So, but they maybe have somebody in law enforcement as family. That's
I mean, shit, the way they're coming about right now, I wouldn't put it past them. Is it possible to do an early event for the home? That's very risky for all patients, especially since they are already having issues with it. I mean, it is possible.
you gotta go this way and then go onto the sidewalk.
So, this is okay. Who are we talking about, guys?
Go onto the sidewalk right there. Oh, I know where we're gonna go. Where we normally go to play frisbee. That big area, you can ride around in there. Hey girl, why am I holding your bike for you, girl? Ride. Stay on the sidewalk, child.
What YouTuber were you guys asking about? Lady Queen. I know. I think she's still on YouTube, isn't she? Is it Lady Queen Helping Hands? Oh wow. What is going on here?
Girl, is my zipper? Oh my God, I'm walking around with an open zipper, child. You got me out here crazy, child. Monty, slow down. You know you can't go across that street by yourself.
Does somebody have her YouTube removed, or does she move it herself? That KK, Alexa, and Dee were harassing her. Wait, what? Helping Hands are two different. Lady Queen and Helping Hands are two. And our Lady Queen are two different. Oh, okay, hold on a second. Lady Queen.
No,
What the hell going on here?
Yeah, cool. No, not today.
Well, that's new to me. Yeah, I don't see any there. Neither one of theirs, to be honest with you.
Yeah, but be careful.
YouTube channel is gone. All her videos are gone. Everything is gone. They probably reported her. I mean, I'm just saying in general, you know, usually when something like that happens, because for somebody to go in and delete it, or even I'm going to say delete, because if her channels were on private, you would still see her YouTube video up there, but it would not show nothing. It'd just be black. The real tea. I will email her after the live. Yeah, you tell her LV says she needs to get back up there. Yeah, she does. Mercedes. Trying to hide the truth, like some people are in the West mentioning no names. Yeah, I'll just tag your thing up there. Yeah, you're right. There's a lot that are like I said, I mean they favoritism them for some reason, probably for who they are, not realizing you don't know these people on a personal level, and if you do, they ain't benefiting you in any kind of way. So to even defend them, even when they're wrong, by not speaking up or speaking out, ain't gonna benefit you then, and definitely for damn sure ain't gonna benefit you now. So it doesn't matter if you take screenshots of what you're saying or who you're cussing out or talking to in regards to them, trying to make them look bigger, better, higher, whatever. Just know in the long run, God don't like ugly. God does not like ugly, especially when you're messing with his children. Oh, baby, you on a whole different other level with that one. That's when that karma kick in. Looks like he's going to these people stalking their home right now, and they have been harassed and found guilty by the public without any due process. If I was in their shoes, I would be afraid that a crazy person. These people stalking their homes right now. See, Ray, is there something you gotta say? Let me drop you this link real quick. The panel's open for you, babe. And one thing I don't do, I don't, you know what I mean? I'm talking here, but don't sit behind there and type. The panel's open. Come on in, let's have this discussion.
Can you still hear me, Elvie?
I can hear you now.
Oh, okay. You know what? I'm outside with my daughter, so in some areas it's choppy. I had tried to text you through the StreamYard to tell y'all that I was outside. I'll catch up with y'all later.
Okay, I'll kick you from here.
But yeah, I'm still staying alive though. But y'all have a blessed one.
You too, babe.
All right.
Bye-bye. Mr. C. Ray or Mrs. C. Ray, whatever it is. The panel's open. Oh no, baby, did you disappear? Where you at? Come on, Cletus. Hello?
Hello?
How's it
Hello.
going? Hi, how's it going?
Hi, how are you?
I'm doing good. How about yourself?
I'm fine. I do have Lady Queen's email address.
Okay. Do you want to give it to one of my admins so that way they could send it to me? And I could email her, find out what's going on with her, because I don't know. To me, I mean, that's her channel, and should nobody ever try to break bread from somebody trying to feed, their children, you know, she's on more than we are, and
Mm-hmm.
she does really damn good at what she does from
Yes,
being
she do.
that far.
Yes, she do.
You know what I mean? So, um, for anybody to punk her off of some YouTube channel, I just don't feel that that's right. I feel like she needs to open up her YouTube channel again and
Right,
and
we need her back.
come back on and continue doing what she's doing, just ignoring people that are trying to pretty much kick her down. You know what I mean? And we had to do
Exactly.
that too for a minute, but it wasn't just because of that. It was because a lot of people were going off of our live feeds and, you know, saying this, that, and the other, making things bigger than what they were and they weren't. So instead of going as live, and as a lot of people can see, a lot of it has calmed down a lot compared to what it was, how everything was going on before.
Exactly. Exactly. It
Situation
is this case here is just like it takes away my sleep away. All I could do is think about our boys. Where are they?
Yeah, yeah.
And Trezell and Jacqueline, we ain't lighten up, baby.
Nope,
You had adopted the wrong kid,
the wrong ones.
the wrong one. And that interview, when they did came out and said something, I wish it was a lot longer because I think we would have got a lot more information.
Yeah.
And I understand the biological family was upset and everything, and it got cut short. But ooh,
What were they expecting though? I mean, that is their biological kids, their biological family. That's their blood.
family.
Did they think they weren't going to get any backlash at that moment? Did they think nobody had a voice at that moment? They were speaking what they were going, their emotions, you know? And
They had
when
more
you're speaking
emotion
off
than
emotion,
them.
it's
And
the
all
truth.
Jacqueline,
You need to
her
hear the
hands.
truth.
I want to break her hands.
Yeah.
Ooh, that just pissed me off. It's just like every time I see that interview and her hands, like she's gonna, like she about you not about it because you ain't showing your face. Both y'all hiding like
Yeah.
little punk.
Yeah.
You
They could have
don't
took
care
off their
about these
mask and
boys.
talked
You
to,
never
talk to the
did.
news. Nobody was standing next to them. Shit, they said 6 feet apart. They was more than 6 feet apart. They could have took their little things off, gave their full expressions, even could have shed a tear, and they didn't even do that.
No, they didn't even address them by their name.
No.
It is. But then I also heard, I'm not sure if you heard, but their name was never changed. That was a lie. I'm not sure, not certainly if it's true,
Hmm.
but I'm trying to look
From
into it.
from the records that we got from a lady who works at CPS is that they're still going by their original names.
That's what I'm hearing.
And there's documents on that. So
Okay.
for them to rename them just out of nowhere and it's not being put on paper, that's another red flag.
Yeah. I don't even call them the names. I looked up the meaning. The meaning of them names is horrible. I call them sincere and classic. Where are you, baby? You ain't gotta be my kid. I love you. I'll take you. I love kids.
Yeah.
I have passion. If I could have 4,000 kids, I probably will. But I can't take care of, so I will not do that. But I'm always keeping somebody's children because I love kids. I have
Yeah.
two girls of my own.
Mm.
But I don't know. They not speaking. And far as a biological mom, I know this is hard, but you are absolutely right. If she come speak first, they're gonna come out. They're gonna come out, and maybe Roro. I pray for her. I pray for all of y'all. Crenshaw, Av, you, your wife. I pray for everybody to be
Thank you.
safe out there. But it feel like hills have eyes, and the hills are the West family, and the monies keep going up because it's gonna always go up because the people that did it is through the West family. They can't claim that money because they behind gonna get caught.
Yep.
But keep doing what you're doing. Please be safe. Watch your back. Cause this is
We
getting
will.
deeper than the rabbit hole.
Oh yeah, and it's gonna get deeper than this.
And it's scary.
Yeah. Yes, ma'am. It
So when the
is.
truth come out, and I'm praying that the truth come out soon, and I'm praying that the boys will be found as of yesterday. It should have been found, but something ain't right. Something ain't right with this story. Something ain't right with these people. I don't understand how did they get these kids when they ain't got nothing. How they get this house.
Yep.
Everything seems so devil. I don't feel nothing positive with these people. The whole family. And it's straight. I can't find nothing on Jacqueline. I totally agree. We all can't. I'm starting to think that's not her real name.
Well, I mean, people went to school with her and they said that's what the name she was going under. So either she is going off another name that was not given to her on her birth certificate, or her family has been through a lot of shit where they have pretty much of all her stuff hidden. Now I don't know how much is true, but apparently I guess her father has passed away, but before he was in a lot of mafia stuff. I don't want to say cartel. There's a difference. Um, Willing and Dylan drugs
Yeah.
um, is almost like cartel. The only difference is cartel is millions of people involved, killing, murdering, killing. It's still the same thing. Robbing, uh, selling people, hiding people, smuggling. I mean, they have the whole works, and I don't think he was that involved like that. I think he was just willing and dealing, got himself involved in the wrong whatever it was, did his time, came out, however it was that he hold on guys. Damn. Pulling up pictures of the boys. I'm trying to resemble a lot.
Mm.
There. Look at this one right here. Look at him. Look at his little face. See his little face? See if I can get him better. Come on, baby, come this way. Come back this way. His face is flirted out like that little one right there. Um, the little boy that's there, my camera's gonna be shaky a little bit, but this one in the middle resembled a lot the little boy that's on the scooter.
Yeah, I was looking at it. That's the thing. We got younger pictures. We don't have the
Yeah, that's why I'm
updated
trying
pictures.
to. I just don't want to go jump out and look crazy.
Right?
Um,
It ain't over, Trozell and Jacqueline.
it
It ain't
definitely
gonna
ain't
never
over.
heal. Y'all, like I said, y'all got the right people. Y'all mess with the wrong kid. Cause I'm all the way in Virginia. I wish I was out there. I'd help. I probably got my shoes wet too, just like you. I'd be in the water.
Mm-hmm. We were supposed to go back today, but we got the boys. Well, AV and the news crew. Then they got called out to California City, and when I got the information in regards to this address, we were like, nope, you guys go. We're staying because every time we end up together and we're in California City, something happens here in Bakersfield. And that's like almost
Yes.
an hour and 20-minute drive coming all the way back. Flying back, we'll probably make it back in 35 minutes. That's going at least 90 to 100 miles per hour on the way back.
Wow. Well, I'll just keep y'all in my prayers. I watch y'all every single day. I can't even watch my TV shows anymore. I'm so stuck of trying to figure out, put stories together, keep listening to their
That's fine.
interview.
Oh, hold on a second, Mama. That's fine because the same way you were on there, I have already been caught them out. So turn your scanner on so you could hear. We still out here waiting.
Hmm
So
I refuse to
you
watch
not doing
the show.
any of us a favor by you on the phone with the police right now, because I been did that. Know your facts before you come in here and try to be on some bullshit.
True.
Oh, I have his name tagged
True.
up here on the top.
Yeah, I watch all of y'all every single day. I be at work
Because
watching
we
y'all. I
outside.
don't care.
Baby, we on a public street. As long as we stay on the street and we not on their property and we can watch, we gonna do just this. So either you here for the boys or you can go ahead and bounce or you can stay on the cops or do what you gotta do. Cause I've already been caught. We out here. We waiting on them. You gotta remember they're the ones that take forever to get out to where we're at. Last time I recall we was right there on Cottonwood and we was out there from 12 o'clock all the way up to 7 o'clock at nighttime waiting for the cops to
Mm-mm.
show up. So miss me with that shit, you and your fake ass account. Bitch, bye.
I don't understand why it's so much hatred. If
They
y'all,
mad because we coming along onto these motherfuckers and they don't like it and we not gonna stop.
I think what it is, y'all getting real close.
Exactly.
And the closer y'all get, the chaos begin. But it's okay. It's okay. Because what happened in the dark will come to the light. So y'all can hide and have fun. You can't hide too much longer.
Mm-mm. Don't walk
You're
into the
messing
wrong
with
hands,
God's
though. That's all
kids.
I'm saying. Because there's plenty of people out here in Bakersfield waiting for these two to walk into the wrong hands. That shit ain't got nothing to do with us. We here for questioning. We want answers. Other motherfuckers on the street, then that's a different story.
Right. It's okay. It's definitely okay. Because God keeping y'all safe one way or another. The devil might be busy, but you know we're busier than God.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I just wanna. I just something about that family. I just. Mm-mm. They demonic. They devil worship. They got to be.
They're a cult. That's what the fuck they are. They're a 5-star cult. That's what the fuck they are. They want, see, when people come on my thing, they about to really have me spit the real truth about the West family. And I've been trying to hold that shit back and hold it in. But these mother suckers is making the real ugly of them come out. And it ain't coming from the ugly of me. It's coming from the ugly of them. So if they really want to know the real them, I could get on that topic.
Do what you gotta do, boo. Expose they ass. Expose the ass.
The baby's coming back again. Trying to get good video of him.
Yeah, because I watch her on my TV. I need to see it bigger. They are so adorable. Them babies are adorable. They don't deserve this.
Mm-hmm.
They innocent bystanders. But that caller you had, she spoke the truth. You don't know what type of home you put these kids into. Y'all didn't investigate. Y'all didn't investigate. Ugh. Trying to get my words out. Y'all didn't look up your information on these people that well. They couldn't have. They
Nope.
corrupted. They are so corrupted. People need to stop saying, "Oh, I'm gonna call Child Protective Services." Don't do that. You never know what type of home that these babies go into.
Yes, I can.
They'll come out more
Right
fucked
now.
up than what it is. I believe in my heart they're alive somewhere. Where are
Yeah.
they? That's the issue.
Yeah, but even if we get any kind of leads, the team still we go out there and we look anyways, regardless. My heart tells me these boys are alive. But when we get a lead, everybody comes together. Um, there's some that want to go out, there's some that don't want to go out. Then we kind of just call it for what it is, and we all just go out anyways. Even the ones that don't want to go out, they're out there anyways because there is that what if.
Yeah. I believe they are alive. But you're right. That if you still gotta have both minds open. We still gotta prepare ourselves for both sides of the fence.
Yeah.
But I'm leading on the live side of the fence. It's gonna come out. But I'm gonna get ready to go because I gotta get up for work in the morning.
Alrighty.
I
Thanks
love
for
you
joining.
guys. Please be safe. And I ask God to look over you.
Thank you.
You and your beautiful family.
Thank you.
Crenshaw, AV, everybody.
Thank you.
You're welcome, honey.
All right.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. I couldn't tell Steve didn't want to be. I couldn't tell Steve didn't want to get military history. I had no faith in my session. I hope I could prove him wrong. I hope so too. It's not that he didn't have faith. I mean, I'm just gonna. It's Just other people have their different beliefs. But yeah, I know. He went by so fast I couldn't tell. I need the woman to walk towards you again to see her face. I understand it. So that becomes just as kind of being in a way with the film cover was fixed. They never thought people would search like this for the babies. Yeah. Where'd that guy go that said that he was calling the police? Did somebody block him? I hope not. And if you did, that's fine. Because I was just gonna say this. Click, click, Giselle and Jacqueline. If when the cops do come and they're on here from another call other than mine, then that means one other thing. They're watching my video and they know we're outside their apartment. And they called because my notification. Selena, who are we scoping out? Apartment was where we were notified that Jacqueline and Chazelle are now staying. These trolls. Just say their names at the bottom and put like a red siren. Who's actually being trolls and not being here for the kids, and my admins will take care of that. Jeremy has popped up now. Awesome, Jeremy. I hope they are, because I called them almost 2 hours and 5 minutes ago and they still ain't showed. Yeah, it's probably them idiots. And they mad because we're live. They're mad because we're out here watching. Or they're mad because we're out here looking. We're getting information on where to go, what to do, and they're still sitting at home in their shit, not making a move. Tonight, the Elliot, I can't get out all night. Jackie said, interview at Patches. That's the only thing that I keep going to. If you watch the video, you will be able to see how she turns and she says, Patches. Like, is she telling us to go dig somewhere? Steve is exhausted like most of us. He's been on this case for a long time. Yes, a very long time. And you guys have to realize too, I mean, the boys' case is not the only case of a few of us are working on. There's other cases out there as well, that are just as crazier as what's going on today with these boys. Um, you have AV Matt, his wife, Apple. Me and my wife will head out there Friday to start the case out there as well. And we're not just looking for a person, we're looking for body pieces. So, of course, we have to be protected, have protection with us. And the reason I say Friday is because that's when um, we get, my wife gets to pick up her CCW as well, and um, her firearm. So we're not going out empty-handed, because that apparently that case right there is very, very dangerous. That's one of the cases where if an adult killed another adult, they pretty much got the fuckets and don't care what happens. So by all means, it's something that we would have to have with us to protect ourselves. But at the same time, continue doing what we were called out here to do. Merced, California. My name is Joanna. Thank you, Joanna. Also, no order and manners, and I believe that they've been adding bumper stickers and with those. Let's see. We only got certain here. These are what the bumper stickers look like. I think Jacqueline, that's what she said, these patches. I think Jacqueline meant the desert when she said the patches. Girl, when I say we was out there every day till nighttime, we were out there every day till nighttime. There was a lot of times too where we just didn't want nobody to know that we were out there, and we took other vehicles of ours, and everybody jumped in that one vehicle. Looked like a bunch of clowns getting out the car, but yes, we were definitely out there. We took his truck out there. A few of us jumped inside his truck as well. It's crazy because every time we go out there, it's like Richard's sitting there stalking us from a distance. And as we're getting ready to walk up or drive up to him, he takes off in a hurry. We catch up to him, and he's trying to run somebody off the road. As I say, Richard, I'm talking about the guy who owns just about California City. I wouldn't know anything about the boys. Or Gloria, I appreciate you all. I live in Maine and have nothing heard about either till about 2 weeks ago. Oh, that's awesome. It saddens, but because I mean it's the boys, but it's about time that, you know what I mean, everything is stretching everywhere, different states, counties. I wonder if they ever watch a channel. What if them are the kids and they fake the missing case to make Biomom think there was dead to get her out of the way? That's a lot of prison time. Because technically the kids, if that's the case, the kids already belong to them. So regardless what, and I'm not talking bad on Ryan or anything like that, but regardless what she would say or do, um, at the point that the kids were already adopted out, um, her voice did not matter. Her actions did not matter once they were adopted out, because through the state and the county, they belong to somebody else. So that would be pointless for something that for them to do. Now I could see if they went on a home visit and she didn't return them back to them, or a family member didn't return them back to them, and this is something they had to come out with, that would be something that they would be scared to lose their license. Um, their whole background would be jacked up. Their home, their kids. So it would literally turn into a big turnaround on Trezal's and Jacqueline's side. Now, don't get me wrong, even though they were adopted out, um, they could have gave Ryan, if they're cool with her, they could have gave Ryan um, a few days with the kids if they wanted to, and there'd be nothing that nobody could do because it's their kids. Do parents give up all rights? It's not by their choice. Um, once that judge clears that paperwork, parents have no say in nothing. Um, even though she did everything in her power to get her children back, there was somebody that made sure she wasn't going to get them back, regardless what the situation was. Usually, in cases that I see something like that, is either boyfriends, baby's daddies, husbands are involved in the shooting of other children who may have been in the way, and see an eye for an eye, and that spouse leaves the other spouse, but they go back for their children because their children, the other people's children, was taken out um, in a different matter. Um, I've seen that happen before, not here in Bakersfield, but in LA. Um, the foster parents let a lady get her 3 kids. They didn't want to give the kids back, so she reported the kids missing and made it seem like somebody kidnapped them as well. Long behold, 9 months later, it was they found out that they did let them go out for a visit. The biological parents did not want to return back the kids to the foster parents. A family member took off with those kids, placed them elsewhere so they're not be found, so they couldn't be found. Um, and the foster parents kind of went along with their story for a long time. Um, then there was another one down in Fresno where a lady didn't know what was going on, but her significant other was a gang member and did a drive-by, and shot two kids, and her she was getting visitations with her kids. Um, those kids ended up she was able to get visitations with those kids because the foster parents allowed that to. It was addressed in the courtroom, I guess, when they were adopting out. So they went ahead and uh, went along with it because the foster parents still wanted the kids to be active with the biological parents, which sometimes is good. If a judge allows that, that's good because not all judges allow that. Um, when the kids were with the foster parents, I guess the boyfriend had went out and shot at somebody and ended up shooting their kid in the back seats and killed him. And that guy that was being shot at, friends or family members went and kidnapped their kid who was already in the foster system, and that was down in Fresno. That's the only way I see something like that happening as well. No, I know that, Linda. That was back in, I think, in 2018 when she was trying to give them gifts. That wasn't this year. So when we do our research, we do our research. I mean, even if they're out of town and out of state, we do try to locate somebody that's in their hometown to do the same thing we're doing. Then we add them onto like United We Stand, but with their initials or their first name, and they have to pretty much do basically what we do. Have time to go out, you know what I mean? And I'm not saying like invest, but like to want to search to help find children, missing children. If people are missing and homicides involved, we know what we're looking for. On another hand, like with the boys, it their homicide's not involved in the boys' case right now. So that would only lead us to believe that okay, these kids are alive. Now, once homicide does get involved, it's pretty much saying, okay, um, we're gonna find deceased kids. We're not in that. We're not in that stage right now. So, but just because we're not in that stage, we're still making sure. You know, even if we have to go look or somebody gives us a lead, we're still gonna go look. Um, Even if we don't find nothing, to us, that's a relief because like a lot of people say, you guys going live, them seeing it, it could put the kids in harm's way, this, that, and the other. If us going live, if homicide wasn't already involved in the beginning, by us going live is not going to put them in harm's way in any matter. Um, it would probably make them hide even more so. But if that was the case, they would have harmed the kids from the beginning. Can I get some cadaver dogs? I can. We are looking into that. A lot of these people that have the cadaver dogs, you guys. I just had to get the truck in the picture quick because I remember a blue truck sitting in front of the West family's house. But they only want to work with the cadaver dogs in California City. Why? I don't know. I know it would be a lot of waste of their time coming here to Bakersfield. From what they say, it would be a waste of time. To me, it's a waste of time being in California City because those boys never made it out there. Oops, wrong one. Sorry, guys. There's a link if anybody wants to come in. Different truck. Yeah, I'm looking at the picture now. You think you got it right, but you got it wrong. But you got it. Wanda West to Crenshaw. I'm just gonna speak on that little quote right there. This is the way I took it. By all means, I don't mean to get under nobody's skin. I ain't betrayed nobody in any kind of way. I go off of what my thoughts are, and I'm just gonna express that out there. Um, you think you got it right, but you got it wrong. But you got it. Minus the West, we got it. It's Jacqueline's family. That's kind of how we took it. Not to take money for kids not in your care. Yeah, you're right. And you'll be sorry too. Now that could be took one of three ways. Either she about to have Crenshaw murdered, or she about to have some real serious shit happen to Crenshaw. And if she don't, one of the three boys will. Crenshaw got this. She know what she's doing. Court was busy. I work there. You work here in Bakersfield? Is it Nona? Jay? You work here in Bakersfield? Check these folks, and you're gonna be sorry was a threat. Yeah, to be honest with you, I took it that way too. Well, yeah, that's what I'm saying. And she's saying you got the wrong ones, meaning the West family, but you got the right ones. But she got it right. So, in other words, if she flipped that deck around and we put more focus on Jacqueline's family and not so much of the West family, we'd probably have a little bit more answers than we have right now. Oh. Okay. Where you work at, like probate? Trafficking, upstairs, downstairs, third floor, witness protection, fourth floor, or across the street in the main building. Because if this is the case, I might be able to use you. Not technically use you, but you know. You need to validate. Apparently they come out once in the daytime. They step out just for some air. So that's why we're sitting out here. And they do movement at nighttime. So that's when we're going to be coming back out here again. I'm waiting for Misty. Ooh, she's free. Okay. Are you free? Yeah. Catch up on everything once you get here. Let me know. I'll send you the address. There was 2 vehicles here that looked familiar, but they came walking from, let me see, this is my finger. Okay. So we're looking here. They came walking from back here and gotten them. So if they didn't come in between this here, we were kind of thinking that because we did do a walk around the other side before I actually went live. I kind of just walked around a little neighborhood. Evidently, I didn't pay too much mind to the back gate because I guess their back gate swings off from the side, but they could also leave from the garage area. So there's only 1 vehicle here right now. I should have brought the other one, but I didn't. We don't know if they came from that apartment or the one next door to them, coming from the side gate. I didn't remember they always park in the back. Yeah, but we're told that they walk out 1 time a day in the front. So as long as we get video camera of them walking out in the front, then that means, okay, I could park in the back, my wife park in the front, and another person park across the street, diagonal, at their home. Are you able to zoom right now on the adult? No. Your answer would be no. My question, your question, my answer would be no. I think he answered there. Anyway, can't we take out Jackie's mom, please? Oh, you better quit. Don't do that on here. Take out Jackie Mama's place. When our person gets here, we're gonna go use the restroom and we're gonna head out there for about an hour or 2 while somebody's still sitting here. I just asked you that. I have that feeling they are watching. Oh, I believe so too. I mean, if Jacqueline Chazal, if you guys are watching, bro, come outside. All I want to do is have a talk with you. No cameras, no nothing. I don't have to have anything on. just a full talk, just one-on-one. I mean, and if they are watching, evidently, y'all definitely can't hide from us because we found you again. Okay, because we're outside of Jacqueline and Trezel's apartment. Okay, did you notice when Steve was driving beside Trezel and he asked about him having a heart Trezel spoke about? It was quiet. I think he would break if approached gently. That's what we're trying to do, hun. We're actually trying to do just a one-on-one without any of cameras. We're not trying to do anything to harm him or her. There's a lot of people out there that are out there that are not too fond about these two. We just want answers. We want answers. We want to know where the kids are at. We want to know what happened, what led it to this. I am waiting for one person to reach back to me because she knows them pretty well in California City. They've had conversations with her, and she's supposed to be moving to Texas, or she was supposed to move to Texas. Come to find out, she did not move to Texas. They're paying her to stay somewhere because she feels for her life. We were able to contact her through somebody that was up there that was willing to get in contact with her and translate a message to her for us. With that being said, she knows a little bit more than what they're trying to say. So I'm trying to get a little bit more of their side of the story, Trezel's and Jacqueline's, before this girl gets ready to spill the beans. She did say that I could record her, but she will not go live. When we get ready to head up and to go meet her, wherever it is that she's located, we're going to drive out there anyways. We will be blurring out her face. The guy is not wanting to talk, but she's willing to talk. It was a person that lived in California City, Mercedes. It's a girl that lived across the way. I don't want to say too much because it's bad enough she's already fearing for her life. Apparently that they're paying for her to stay somewhere else too. She was supposed to move to Texas, but she's scared to go out there because they knew she was going. So with that being said, We're gonna do a interview with her, but with her face covered and her voice being off just a tad, not very much. And we explained that to her. She was okay with that. And my thing is, I'd prefer getting Trezelle and Jacqueline's before I get hers, because if she throws pretty much everything under the bus, um, who's to say what these two are actually going to do? Isabel, um, California City took their videos, but they managed to go ahead and save it on a little device where I could connect it to my computer, that the cops did not take. So they were pretty smart about this time around. They're just trying to put it in the right hands. Probably because of the brother. We ain't scared of them. That's right, Jeanette. If he has 140K, he does not qualify for a court appointed. He has to hire a lawyer. Jeanette, that's a good question. From what we're being told, they're not the ones that are running it. It is Richard. Where's the music coming from? Giselle's apartment. No, it's actually coming from the porn shop, probably. I'm just kidding. No, it's somewhere in the alley, off to my right, behind us. Mary Martinez. Who is Richard? Cash talks will get you into something, or it's in someone else's name. Probably in somebody else's name. Maybe they have the right toy, right? First lady, right? And chat. Okay. She owns smoke shops. Who owns smoke shops? You mean he? No. Richard is actually a person. He pretty much runs California City. Yeah. Trezelle, the chief, they all worked for him. It's crazy. The chief works for security when he's not chief of the town. at the weed shop or at the gun shop. Chazelle worked for security for Richard, but the security place got shut down due to a lawsuit, but still working like with the marijuana shop in there because they have several security places in there. And I say should have for all the missing and lost people, but to be honest, I'm out. Save families, find boys. We're sitting right in front of the house. Well, not in front, but like we're an apartment over. Probably Miss might haven't watched more. Here's the gun shop. Let me see. You guys are able to tell them better. As the window kind of slants down, so it's kind of like. Let me see if I can get up and walk out that way for a minute. So I can show you guys pretty much where I'm talking about. Take you guys up close and personal real quick. Okay, so we are looking at this apartment right over here. The white man's back there. I don't want to walk too far back there because I don't want people to be all thinking I'm being creepy and stuff like that. Yeah, that's pretty much where we're at. Sorry, guys. I want you guys to go follow me. And you guys did. Sorry about that. Eight. This girl is just stealing from me. Hold on, guys. I'm gonna get her to say, yeah, just go ask members. Hey, Suzelle and Jacqueline home. Dress up as um see the camera inside. Actually, we have one. Um, actually, we're gonna do like what is that called? Uber Eats. We already, girl, send the flyer in the mail to the address. Girl, we already put some inside the address, the mailbox. Way ahead of you. Play Ding Dong Ditch and see who opens the door. Girl, Ding Dong Ditch here in Bakersfield, you know what that is? You got to get a basket full of some goodies and put it in front of the door, ring the doorbell so he comes to it, and then that's still giving them some goddamn treats. I'm not trying to give them no treats. Ask if you could borrow some sugar for your coffee. Girl, I don't know about the coffee, maybe some Kool-Aid. We did. See across the street? We got them at all the posts. Girl, you guys is late. Ever see the movie The Help? No. Water for your car. Ooh, that would be a good one. Oh, I read that wrong. That's what my wife says. Just take a bottle of Jack and be like, let's do this. Let's have this talk. Yeah, she said the same thing. See, girl, you should have hit me in my inbox with some stuff like that. You got too many people that are on here that is trying to get a millisecond in trouble. Hey, yeah, yeah, I can hear you. Yeah, so Tay that lives across the street says that she has seen them Okay. Okay. I'll see you when you get here. Bye. Okay, guys. So, the person that is coming to take over my spot here shortly. Sorry, guys. Shortly will be here. She will be here shortly. And I think I'm gonna run to the house, check on my babies, and then I'm gonna head over to Cherry's house and then go by her mom's house. Maggie, my purpose is sitting here to see when Chazelle and Jacqueline actually walk outside for their daily breather. We're sitting out here because there is where apparently Jacqueline and Chazelle are staying. So, with that being said, I'm going to be here for probably about another 10 minutes longer. And then somebody else is coming to take over this area for me. And I'll be moving on to Cherry's house. You know, the mama that says she's not the mama. And then we're going to be heading over to... Somebody's coming right now, baby, so we could go. Then we're going to be heading over to the other house where she used to live. You're not extra tired. So getting off work, and I make her come out here. There you go. I'm trying to find the AP. I'll be check your Texas. Oh, Texas. All right, guys, I'm going to end this live stream real quick. I'll be back in a bit.